Hey guys, it's Jason at Hard Money Bankers with your Private Money Minute. Today's topic is actively investing versus passively investing and what a good rate of return is for each. Now, the reason this topic came up is I talked to so many real estate investors that use their own money for all of their deals, and they tell me the returns that they make or they're looking to make, and they're really not that impressive. I'm going to give you an example. So an investor buys a property, they fully renovate it, it takes them like 6 months, they're all in at like 100 or 110 grand, and they make like $8,000 or $10,000. And they're like, hey, I made a good return, I'm making about 10%. And the answer is that is not a good return. You devoted a lot of your time, you were so actively involved in this project, and you only made like $10,000. Now don't get me wrong, $10,000 is a lot of money, and in some respect, $10,000 is actually a good return in this deal, but not the person who puts up all the money and is doing all the work. If you're putting up the sweat equity and you were leveraging someone else's capital and you made $10,000, great, you made a good return. But more importantly, if you were passively involved in that deal, that would have been a great return. So an active investor is doing all the heavy lifting. On a regular basis, they're actively involved with their money, managing their money, they're actively involved in it, and you're looking to get a really high rate of return if you're doing that. And if you're passively investing, you should be getting a good return, but a little bit less because it's a hands-off investment. In this particular example, this guy was actively involved in this project, and he was making a 10% or less return, which is not great. So first, you need to determine, do you want to be hands-on in this project or do you not want to be hands-on? If you're looking to be hands-on, you better be making a good rate of return. A 20% rate of return as an active investment is not unreasonable. That is actually where you should strive for. And yeah, I understand, hey, no one's making 20% in this market. No one can make 20%. Well, guess what? If you're actively involved, you should be making 20%. That really is the number. Now, if you're passively involved, a 6 or 10% rate of return is just fine because you're not doing anything, right? You're passively involved. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you have to invest in the right thing. So you're doing proper due diligence to make sure you're investing in proper types of investment vehicles, but it's not, that's probably where the right return is, a 6 to 10% rate of return for a passive investment. But forget that side of things. The active investment is the purpose of this video. If you are involved in a passive investment and flipping a property as a passive investment, you really, really need to strive to get close to a 20% return on money. When we lend money, that's what we try to strive for, about 20% return. Right? That could be going to us, that could be going to private investors, it doesn't matter. But we're actively investing in it. That's the risk, that's the rate of return that you're getting, that you're a hands-on investment that you should be striving for. So just to recap, 20% on active, up to 10% on passive, great returns. Obviously be financially responsible, but moral of the story is, if you're flipping a property or you're buying something and you're actively involved and you're putting up your own money, you need to put a value to your money. Your dollar that you're putting up is valuable. Make sure you're putting money towards that and not just actively investing and putting a lot of sweat equity into something and not taking consideration to the money that you have in hand. Hope you found this helpful. Happy to chat active and passive investing anytime. If you want to talk about it, comment below. And we've been involved in it for a long time, so happy to give some insight. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks again.